It's time to install some smoke removal vent in my shop. I weld a lot, and in the wintertime I keep the garage doors closed, and in order to ventilate the garage I end up having to open the big garage door and turn on the fans, and well, the issue with that is it loses a massive amount of the heat. Costs a lot to heat the shop that way. And because I don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of money on some sort of fume removal system that takes up a massive amount of space, something that would be dedicated primarily to welding, I went a different route. And basically, we've got a bunch of stuff here that's available on Amazon. There'll be links in the description. We're going to get these opened up and take a look at all the components that I purchased on Amazon to put this together. And now we have the blower. So this is an inline duct fan with variable speed controller for an 8-inch. This says 720 CFM, so cubic feet per minute. That's quite a bit. I should be able to ventilate the shop within a few minutes of turning this on. I'm going to turn it on with an extension cord. For one, I want to see how loud it is, and the other, I want to see how hard it blows. And the flow is in this side and out that side. So. Well, I'm pretty happy with that so far. In my case, I've determined that vent grate for the ceiling right here. I've taken a piece of welding wire and I put it in my drill, and we're going to poke it through the ceiling in this location. So I'm going to poke this through and it'll stick up past the insulation, so when I climb up in the attic I'll be able to see where this rod is sticking through, so I know where I need to clear out the insulation before I cut this sheetrock out. So you can see that rod right here. That's the rod we poked up through the ceiling, so I would know exactly where that vent was going to end up going. So right now we're going to clean all this insulation out of the way and get ready to cut the hole to put that grill in place. So you can see we put out all the insulation in the area where we're going to need to cut the hole. Let's go down there where it's going to exit and figure out where we're going to put that at. Well, as you can see behind me, I've got quite a bit going on in this area. We're going to bring that vent dock over the top of these two trusses, and I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to try to put it out this area right here on this wall. Okay, so that wire is now sticking out into the outside. I ended up putting some trim around this, as you guys were seeing there, and then I put the caulking around that to seal everything up nice and tight, and obviously the louvers still work. So that's what it looks like now. And here in the summertime or early spring, I'll go ahead and put some paint around this thing. Probably paint it green to match the wall. We're going to put some caulking, some extra stuff that I had lying around, and we're going to put down some foam rubber, these foam rubber strips, to attempt and seal this a little better than it would be if we didn't do this. So. The duct in place, so we need to go mount the motor so that we can run the ductwork from here up to the blower motor. So the blower motor is directional, and there's a flow error on it. Air comes in this side and out that side, so we need to pull from the ductwork over there and blow it out the gable end of the garage. Some 2x4s and have screws in them, so we can go ahead and screw these in. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw the bracket on there and put the motor in place. So the bracket even has a direction on it. There is an in and an out and an arrow. So we're going to make sure that it's pointing in the correct direction. The motor just clicks right into the bracket. Nice positive click. So in my case, I need to run a power source for the controller. So I'm going to tee into a box I have down the way here in the attic storage area, and I'm going to run and put a plug in, probably on one of the boards down below that faces into the storage walkway. What a pain in the butt. Well, we finished installing the blower. I tapped into a power source or a switch down at the other end of the attic storage area, brought power through the attic, and installed a plug in order for the blower motor plug to be plugged in. I've also installed a remote switch. So it comes to my remote, and this remote works from down in the shop. So we tapped into the ceiling, put in the ceiling adapter, put the vent to that, put the blower motor up here, got the vent connected to that, put the penetration or the side exit coming out of the gable end of the garage, and put the ventilation on there. Ran the electrical, plugged it in, and it's ready to work. We're gonna go ahead and get the grill mounted. So it just covers up the hole. It's got 4 mounting screws that it comes with. You slide it to the open position. You can remove the screen. Once all 4 screws are in, you can actually mount this grate in any direction. There's clips and holes all the way around so that the louvers will go in any way. I'm gonna point them, well, that way, because it doesn't really matter in my case. There we go. Grill's installed. So I'm wrapping up the exhaust fan install in my shop. So you can see the grate right above my head. So that's a 12 by 12 grate. It goes up to a 8-inch vent deck. It goes to that blower motor you saw installed, and then exits out the side of the gable end of the shop. Turns on the blower, turns off the blower. A little piece of that 3M Velcro tape, which I have this remote stuck to the wall next to the light switches. So I'm able to turn on the exhaust fan when I'm doing work in here. Components weren't very expensive. There'll be links in the description for the blower. In fact, all the parts, the transition pieces, the grates, baffle plate, motor itself, all of that stuff. Check out those links. Pretty happy with this install. Definitely was a needed addition to my shop, specifically in the wintertime when I have the doors always shut. In order to ventilate the shop, I'd have to open the doors and turn the fans on and blow all the exhaust out or things out of the shop, and that would blow all the heat out. But the install was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Really glad I got it done. Definitely hit that subscribe button. It always helps me out in the long run, and check out some of these links. I'll have my garage series of videos, the tractor series, and probably the house build on there. Until next time, thanks for watching.